Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Okay, and yesterday you had demonstration of part-to-speech tagging using three systems: hidden Markov model, support vector machine, and by LSTM. By LSTM theory hasn't been done in the class, but that doesn't prevent you from using this as a tool. And as long as you know what is input and what is output, then all you need to know is how to use the tool. Okay, the theory will get covered as we go forward. Now we would like a deeper look into parsing. And while you demonstrated your systems yesterday using the three systems, so HMM, SVM, and by LSTM, know that these same systems or very similar systems have been used for parsing also. And parsing is a much higher level task, deep parsing in particular. And you have to do everything that you did for parse tagging for parsing also. You have to get precision, recall, F-score, do error analysis, create confusion matrix. All these are applicable across problems. And as we go through the NLP pipeline, the same ideas keep coming back to us, and we have to perform those conventional tasks. So in this week, we would like to understand parsing more deeply, and there are two kinds of parsing: constituency and dependency. We would like to take a look at them. And neural parsing has come into existence, so need to look at that also. So I'd like to analyze the sentence carefully. The cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the captain. Okay, so this is also given in your sample quiz paper, which I shared on WhatsApp and other platforms yesterday. So taking 4 questions each from the topics covered so far. So from morphology, part-of-speech tagging, chunking, and parsing. Okay, so we took 4 questions, and one of the questions in parsing was this: the cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the captain. How many parses does it have? How many meanings does it have? So first of all, you can see that ambiguity keeps on appearing at every level. So shot itself has 2 meanings, at least 2 meanings. One is to take picture with a camera, and the other is firing with a gun. So pragmatics plays its role. The cameraman normally doesn't carry a gun, carries a camera. So most likely the word shot means taking picture with a camera. So notice the phrase most likely brings in probability, okay, which is why we are all the time bringing in probability and looking at the language phenomenon linguistics. So the fact that shot has at least 2 meanings is a language phenomenon. It is a linguistic concern. And the fact that most likely meaning is taking picture with camera is the probability. Okay, so all the time we are straddling between these two words of language and probability. Okay, linguistics and machine learning. The cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the captain. The next ambiguity is, what does he refer to? The cameraman or the batsman? If the pronoun was not used, okay, if I had repeated one of the nouns again, the cameraman shot the batsman when the cameraman was near the captain, there would not be any ambiguity. So this ambiguity is due to the pronoun, and the pronoun needs a noun, okay, for its reference. So what does he refer to, cameraman or the batsman? So this problem in NLP is called co-reference resolution. So Jyotsna, please introduce a slide here. Co-reference resolution is binding a pronoun with the corresponding noun, And there are many different kinds of coreference resolution. A particular kind of coreference resolution is binding the pronoun with noun, that is known as anaphora resolution. Okay, please put this in the slide, Josna. Anaphora resolution is binding a pronoun with the corresponding noun. So here the ambiguity is arising because I don't know whether he refers to cameraman or batsman. Now, when I am deciding one way or the other, I am solving a classification problem. That is where machine learning comes into picture. I have to build a classifier which assigns a correct noun to the pronoun. Okay, so there are two possibilities. One is the short with two meanings, and that problem is called word sense disambiguation. What is the sense of the word short? And the other is what does he refer to? That is called the anaphora resolution problem. Okay, so we are naming, at least mentioning two problems, two classical problems of NLP. Word sense disambiguation applies to short, and pronoun reference anaphora resolution applies to he and cameraman and batsman. So all these resolutions require solving a decision or a classification problem, which is where machine learning comes into play. Now, so the one meaning of this sentence is that the cameraman took the picture of the batsman when the cameraman was near the captain. The cameraman shot with a gun the batsman when the cameraman was near the captain. The cameraman took the picture of the batsman when the batsman was near the captain. The cameraman shot the batsman with the gun when the batsman was near the captain. So four possibilities, you see, depending on the two meanings of short and two anaphora resolutions of he. Now, we would like to remain at the level of syntax. We are yet to go into the level of meaning. Meaning is which sense of the short, and meaning also is what is the co-reference for he. Okay, we are not asking those questions now. We are looking at the structure of this sentence and trying to analyze how much we can extract from the structure of the sentence. So the beginning rule is always S goes to NPVP. Sentence consists of noun phrase and verb phrase. So this applies very well to the core sentence. The cameraman shot the batsman. We are ignoring for the moment when he was near the minister. Can somebody verify that you are looking at the NPVP slide? So here you have the NP as the cameraman. NP has its own internal structure. NP consists of DT, determiner, and a noun. Determiner consists of the, noun consists of cameraman. DT and N are grammatical symbols. They are also called non-terminals in context-free grammar parlance. And the and cameraman are the dictionary words. They are the terminals. What about VP? VP also has an internal structure. VBD and NP. VP consists of a past tense verb in this case and a noun phrase. But that story doesn't stop here. NP itself has its own internal structure, which is DT, the, and NN, batsman. Okay, so this is an interplay of lot of non-terminals, three non-terminals here, S, NP, and VP, and also DT, of course, and the actual words in the sentence, which is the cameraman shot the batsman. So this kind of internal structure within a sentence is not visible to us when we look at the linear sequence of words. But when we delve deeper, look at the sentence more closely, the internal structure becomes emergent. Okay, so S has this NP-VP structure, NP has the internal structure of DTNN, VP has the internal structure of VBD NP, NP again has the internal structure of DTNN. Now, of course, computer scientists are very familiar with recursion, and linguistics is extremely careful to deal with recursion. Okay, so phrases within phrases within phrases. This is how a sentence gradually gets built. a long sentence gets built. So this is the core sentence, the cameraman shot the batsman. Now we have to deal with the phrase when he was near the minister. When he was near the, oh, he was near the minister, it should be, okay? He was near the minister, just allow me. Yeah. So NP, the cameraman, VP shot the batsman when he was near the minister. Now you see how the verb phrase has become longer now. Shot the batsman when he was near the minister. So this is handled by making the verb phrase more complex. Earlier, the verb phrase consisted of VBD and NP. Shot the batsman. Now I am introducing a new entity, new kind of entity in the picture, in the discussion. VP consists of VBD, NP, and S bar. Okay, so S bar is so important in parsing. We would like to spend some time looking at the properties of S bar. S bar is S and dashed. Okay. So this is the entity which is new into the discussion, and this covers the sentence part when he was near the minister. You remember the discussion on domination. Domination is when a grammatical category dominates or rules over a particular segment of the sentence. So the segment of the sentence here is when he was near the minister. The core sentence is finished with shot the batsman. Okay, the cameraman shot the batsman finishes the core sentence. But now comes more text when he was near the minister. How do I deal with this? I introduce a grammatical category called S bar, and S bar is responsible for the language phenomena starting from the word when to minister, when he was near the minister. Do take note of the terminology. S bar dominates the segment of the sentence when he was near the minister. S bar dominates this segment. Okay, so that means S bar will create a subtree. That subtree will take care of this textual segment when he was near the minister, and S bar, of course, will have its own internal structure. So what is the picture that is emerging? The cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the minister. The NP consists of DTNN as before, the cameraman. The VP consists of three entities: VBD, shot, NP, the batsman, and S bar, whose analysis now we need to do to deal with when he was near the minister. Let's proceed. So S bar goes to uh, WH So notice the long string here, WHADVP. So you can parse it this way: WH is a WH word, ADV is adverb, and P is a phrase. So ADVP is adverb phrase. And what kind of adverb phrase? WH. Okay. So when he was near the minister, when he was near the minister, this whole thing, it's called a clause, is functioning like an adverb. Okay, what kind of adverb? This adverb is temporal adverbs. Jyotsna, please introduce another slide here. There are three broad categories of adverbs: manner adverb, walking quickly, quickly is the manner; spatial adverb, place adverb, near the house, okay, exists near the house; and temporal adverb, when he was near the minister. Okay, when did the action take place? The action took place when he was near the minister. We do not know who he refers to. So WH is the when word, and it is an adverb phrase because it is not a single word but the whole clause. When he was near the minister, this is a whole clause, so that's why adverb phrase, and it is a WH adverb, needs a WH word, and that WH word is when. So S bar is like a sentence, but not exactly a sentence. And S bar is called so because it conceals within itself another sentence. Okay, S bar always goes to some entity followed by an S. So S bar is a special kind of sentence which contains within another sentence and another entity of appropriate kind. So when he was near the minister is actually developed this way. The WHADVP, this non-terminal goes to when, and he is NP, he. Then there is a VP, was near the batsman. So was near the minister, sorry, was near the minister, I'm so sorry. I'd like to change this. This is important for the discussion. Minister, okay. So this S bar structure, when he was near the minister, consists of WH a name now noun phrase he, and a verb phrase VP, VBDPP. VBDPP is again was, and PP is consists of a preposition P near, NP, DTNN, the minister. Okay, so the NP, DTNN comes three times in the sentence. The cameraman, the batsman, the minister. There are three NPs, okay? And when he was near the minister is the whole clause. So this is the S bar construct. Let's note this carefully. So the cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the minister. So you should learn now, or you should note, you are being taught now how to deal with sentences when they have clauses. When sentences have clauses, you have to introduce the S bar construct. Please remember this. And S bar always introduces some grammatical quantity, entity, followed by an S. Okay. So the structure therefore that emerges is if the cameraman was near the minister, okay, then we have one structure, and if the batsman was near the minister, then another structure. Okay, so if cameraman was near the minister, then the structure is this: sentence goes to NP, the cameraman, VP shot the batsman when he was near the minister, this whole thing. And if the cameraman was near the minister, then the structure is VBD, shot, NP, the batsman, and this S bar here, this is the structure. So the S bar is at the same level as the VBD and NP. Okay, so that shows that the cameraman was near the minister. And if the batsman was near the minister, then the structure would be different. Okay, and if the batsman was near the minister, S goes to NP VP. So VP has VBD and NP. Now NP has a deeper structure. NP is DTNN, but also S bar. So earlier the VP had contained S bar. Now the NP contains the S bar. Okay, that is the difference. So what will happen now is that S goes to NP and VP. S goes to NP and VP. The VP contains VBD, NP, and S bar if the cameraman is near the minister. Otherwise, VP contains only VBD and NP. NP has a deeper structure. It is DTNN and S bar. Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, where is the clause attached when he was near the minister? So then we take a look at the sentence once again. The cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the captain. So the cameraman is a noun phrase. Shot the batsman when he was near the captain is the complete verb phrase. So the cameraman is the noun phrase. Shot the batsman when he was near the minister is the verb phrase. Now the verb phrase has two different structures depending on whether the cameraman is near the minister or the batsman is near the minister. If the cameraman is near the minister, then the verb phrase is shot the batsman when he was near the minister, all at the same level. Shot is VBD, the batsman is NP, and S bar when he was near the batsman are all at the same level and just below VP. But if the batsman was near the minister, then the verb phrase will be shot VBD and NP only, no S bar now. Whereas if I go to the batsman when he was near the minister, that will have a deeper structure. That will have DT, NN and a complete S bar. Okay, so this is the structure. It turns out that the phenomenon of attachment is uniform and it applies to more phenomena than one. Okay, we had encountered this already once before when we are dealing with preposition phrase ambiguity. So here also, I saw the boy with a telescope. I, noun phrase, saw the boy with a telescope is the complete verb phrase. Now, if I have the telescope, then the verb phrase has one structure. And if the boy has the telescope, this has a different structure. Suppose the boy has the telescope. Then noun phrase I saw the boy with a telescope is VBD and an NP, nothing more. The verb phrase is VBD and NP. The complexity is pushed to the NP here. The boy with a telescope is a more complex structure. You have the boy, determiner and N, and then a preposition phrase with a telescope. So with a telescope is at the same level as the boy. Okay, that's why the boy has the telescope. If I have the telescope, then what is the structure? VP saw a boy with a telescope, same sentence segment, but now VP is V, NP and PP. Earlier the VP was only V and NP. Now you see V, NP and PP. So PP is with a telescope. Since it is with the verb at the same level as the verb, that means I have the telescope. Okay, so this is how syntax and semantics interact. This is called the rule of proximity. Okay, now let us understand this proximity question a bit more closely. Why do I say that I have the telescope? Because I'm claiming that a telescope, the noun phrase, is closer to saw than boy. Okay, so let me find out the path length. I start from saw. 1 arc, 2 arc, 3 arc. Okay, just now you need to put this discussion on path length. Okay, so the distance between saw and the PP with a telescope is 3. 1, 2, 3 arcs. Distance between boy and telescope with a telescope. So let's with telescope, what is the path length? I start from boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. The path length is 4. Okay, so with a telescope has path length of 4 for boy and path length of 3 for saw. So then I apply what is called the rule of proximity. Please mention this in the slide, Jyotsna. Rule of proximity. I resolve the ambiguity by saying that saw is closer with a telescope is closer to saw than boy, and since saw cannot hold the telescope, the agent of seeing, that is I, will hold the telescope. Okay, so this is how it is resolved. Let's see if this same principle applies for when the boy has the telescope, and does the parse tree tell me that this is the case. So let's take with the telescope again PP. Now the distance between boy and PP is 3. Start from boy. 1, 2, 3. Distance between saw and PP is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now the distance between saw and PP is 4, boy and PP is 3. So it is attached to boy, so boy has the telescope. Okay, so I hope this discussion is clear. Josna, please put this in the slide. This very simple algorithm of how to do the attachment by obeying the rule of proximity. Okay. Now, in this case, we have been able to disambiguate with path length. Okay, this is a rule-based classifier. I am applying rules, the rule of what is the path length. This is a rule-based classifier. Okay, the PP attachment of with a telescope goes to boy because of rule of proximity, but the situation is not so comfortable always. There will be more complex sentences, longer sentences. There, the rule of proximity may fail, in fact, fails many times. And there you will have to make use of data and machine learning to build that classifier. Okay, so I hope this discussion is clear to you how to solve the attachment problem. Now we are discussing attachment. PP attachment is one, and the first example of cameraman, batsman, minister, that is called the clause attachment. Okay, how do the clause attach to other entities in the sentence? And sentences become longer and longer by this phenomenon of attachment. Okay, so let us draw the parallel between PP attachment and clause attachment. Both of them are of same nature. Okay, so look at this. Attachment is the crux of the matter. Here it is PP attachment. I saw the boy with a telescope. The preposition phrase is with a telescope. The clause attachment is the cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the minister. So the text in is the attachment text when he was near the minister. With a telescope is the PP which needs to be attached. When he was near the minister is a clause which needs to be attached. Now see the similarity between the two situations. I saw the boy with a telescope. With telescope, then the noun phrase has a deeper structure, the boy with a telescope. And if I have the telescope, then the verb phrase has a deeper structure or longer structure. Saw the boy with a telescope, saw the boy and with a telescope at the same level. Here also very similar situation. If the cameraman, then the cameraman shot the batsman when he was near the minister. So the verb phrase shot the batsman when he was near the minister has three entities at the same level. VBD shot, NP the batsman when he was near the minister, S bar. Okay, so the VBD, NP and S bar at the same level. If batsman was near the minister, is only VBD and NP, but within NP I have the batsman and S bar. Okay, DT, NN and S bar.